Hey everyone, it's Erin Floto, and I am here for my July plan with me. And I have to say goodbye to this little guy. Although technically not quite yet because I am filming this on June 16th. So I still have the last couple weeks in this journal, but I will be saying a formal goodbye next week when I do my flip through of this entire planner. So be on the lookout for that. That will be next Friday. But in the meantime, there's quite a lot of changes that I'm going to do this month. So I want to talk about that first. And for those that don't want to hear about what type of changes I'm going to do, I will put in the comments below what time mark I'm actually going to start the planning process. But I want to explain my thought process a little bit. I have been in a bit of a rut, and I don't know if it's because I've been traveling a lot. I don't know if it's because my fiance has been gone for the past 2 months. I don't know if it's because things are ramping up at work as the end of the fiscal year starts to get into view. So I don't know if it's just a combination of all those things. I'm not really sure mentally why I'm in a rut, but one of the things that I'm in a rut over is combining my general task list and all of my wellness type things. So one of the things you'll see is I've actually not done a great job with my mood and habit tracker. I've not done a great job with any of my trackers, to be honest with you. And I think one of the things that is really throwing me off is I have so many day-to-day tasks right now that the wellness part of things just makes me anxious. So I just saw this video by Stephanie from the Happy Planner, and I actually went and got myself a Happy Planner, which is crazy to me. I never really thought I would go into a pre-planned situation, but I am actually going to, for the month of July, at the very least, try to do my wellness in this notebook. So that is one planner down, and that's the second planner down. I have one more planner to show you while I'm explaining myself. One of the things I did while I was sketching out my designs is I did not include any sort of habit tracker. I'm going to continue doing my weekly tracker, but outside of that, I'm not going to do those big ticket monthly tracking, and I'm not going to do some more of the wellness type spreads. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my general mood tracker, because I feel like if I get it off my chest like this, then maybe that will help. So this is actually one of my favorite things that I've done, but it depends on how much time I have. So I did this in October of 2017 and September of 2017. And I was so happy when I did this because it let me expand on my moods a lot. And then it was broken up into categories about what I was feeling in what type of area of my life. For example, blue is work. Green, I think, was personal. Pink was business. So just in general, I kind of got to see what I felt for each aspect of my life. So regardless, so I'm actually going to bring back that mood tracker. And if you guys have been on my Instagram at Erin Floto Designs, you saw that I put out a poll that I'm going to do a board game theme this month. Yeah, I'll do some more information in the voiceover, and let's get rolling. So this spread is actually an ode to my Monopoly board game that I made one summer. It took the entire summer to make, but it was actually called Wizopoly because it was a Harry Potter themed Monopoly board game, which it took so long to make, but it was so worth it at the end. And I just wanted to give like a little mental shout out to that board game that took me an entire summer. And so each of the colors on this particular spread do not correspond to the regular Monopoly game. It corresponds to my Harry Potter version of this game. I'm also a little off on the dimensions a little bit. So if you look at the side panels, they're not very correct. It's missing either 1 or 2 more spaces. So sorry, but that's what happens. I did not feel like continuing to redraw the entire thing. So on this side is going to be the Hufflepuff side, this is going to be the Ravenclaw side, and then Slytherin, and of course I saved the best for last with the Gryffindor. I'm pretty sure this is the most I've ever used a ruler in the past few months, but I was really happy with how this little puzzle piece situation came out for my cleaning tracker, and then I totally forgot to add in the actual tracker because I forgot to print it off. So I am moving on to my body measurements. Even though I'm still doing my wellness in the other planner, I'm still going to do my body measurements in this one. So this is actually an ode to Sorry, which is one of my favorite board games growing up. So I am just doing the little end chute that you have to go through to win the game. So you travel around the board and then you go up the little chute, and those are actually ombre. So I decided to try doing ombre, but I'm not really sure if it worked out too well. Maybe I should have, I don't know, done a gradual ombre, but I decided to do it in these sections. So I don't know. The red probably went the worst, and then I figured out a little bit along the way the best way to go about it. So I'm doing the red, blue, green, and then yellow. And then the red, blue, the darkest red, blue, yellow, and green are also corresponding to the Harry Potter colors. So it kind of ties in a little bit with the first spread, which had the board game. This next spread is going to be my order tracker, and I changed it a little bit from the way I did it in June, although I don't think I showed that on camera last month. I'm not really sure. But I added a space for digital because not all of the products that I do I have to make and ship. So I added a column for digital, and then I just went through and highlighted with the lightest yellow from the last spread, and I denoted that in the bottom. And now I'm moving on to my Doodle Page, which is exactly the same as last month. So as I mentioned, I'm going to do my mood tracker, so I decided to make little scribble tiles, and all of the colors that I've used are going to be down below in the description. And I think it came together so well with this mood tracker, and I think that adding that little touch with the drop shadow really made that and the cleaning tracker pop really, really well. Okay. I'm tired. That was a lot of work, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this came out. Just a quick recap. So this is my little Monopoly board. I understand that these are not correct on this side. I needed to add a couple more boxes, but I am still pretty happy with how it looks. So as I mentioned in the voiceover, I did a Harry Potter Monopoly board. I designed it a couple years ago and it took like an entire summer to make. So this side is Hufflepuff, then I have my Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and of course Gryffindor is on the best side because I am a Gryffindor. So, but I'm really, really excited with how that came out. It's a little plain on the side, so I don't know if I'm going to maybe do some doodles of the little cards or something. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm tired, so I decided not to just fly by the seat of my pants doing that for this particular video. Then I have my cleaning tracker, which again, I'm doing different board games and things like that. So I have little puzzle pieces and I added a drop shadow, which I thought brought a lot to it. And I might add some color in here, maybe around the wheel or something. And then I forgot to print a wheel before I started filming, so I actually had to add this off camera. And I will go in and fill different things in for the habits that I do on these particular occasions. For example, clean sink / dishes, that's my daily task. Doing the litter, cleaning my office space, that's a type of weekly task. And then cleaning sheets, cleaning the bathroom, things like that, that's a monthly task for me. And then trash and recycling gets taken out bi-weekly at my location in Brooklyn, so I have that there. And then this space, I'm not sure if I'm going to fill it in as last month I did if I have time, which I will show you, if I have time, do the floors. So I may add that in. I'm not really sure yet. I kind of want to reevaluate that. And then my body measurement tracker. So I am doing the wellness tracker in my new Happy Planner, but in case that doesn't work out, I want to have the body tracker here because I do this every single month in my bullet journal. So I thought it would be helpful to do that. And I did it in the form of a sorry board, which I don't know if I'm exactly happy with how it turned out because I couldn't really get the ombre effect like I wanted to, but I think it actually turned out pretty cool. If you guys think it's lame, please let me know. But Sorry was one of my favorite games growing up, so I really wanted to incorporate the Sorry board or the Sorry colors in there, and this is a lot of color for me. I am not typically like this huge on color, but I think it all ties together pretty well, so maybe that's okay. And then I have my July order tracker. So I'm actually going to be shutting down for several weeks in July, so that should be plenty of room for that. And then this is going to be my oodles of doodles and or whatever other doodling challenge I do this next month. It's actually working out pretty well in this planner. So I added that, the one on the bottom for 31. So that's my oodles of doodles or whatever doodle challenge. They haven't released it yet because it's only the 16th. So I don't know which one I'm going to do. And then I added this little 090 because I wanted to denote what color the highlights were, just in case I get more orders. And I'm going on vacation July 1st through July 14th. So this should be plenty of room. And then my mood page. So I did my little Scrabble pieces for the mood tracker. And then I am not sure if I'm going to add anything else. Probably not, but we'll see how it goes. If I do, I'll add it here and then start my week on the following page, or I'll start my week here if I decide not to add anything else. And I will keep you guys along for the ride while I do that. So thank you all for joining me. I am really, really, really happy with how this turned out. I love the idea of board games. I can't wait to do more board games like Life and things like that for my weeklies. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it makes me very nostalgic for my childhood. So if you like this theme, if you like this video, like the video, please. And then subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. And hit that notification bell if you want to get a notification every week when I post. So I will see you all later, and I will see you next week on this channel. And bye. Have a great weekend, everyone.